What is up, friends and fellow collectors out there? When I was at the Toy Lanticon this past weekend, I found a real piece of treasure. I got the Hot Toys Jack Sparrow figure from the movie Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Let's get to unboxing it. So that's right, guys, I got a pretty old figure in the house. This is the Jack Sparrow figure from Hot Toys. This one's from the movie on Stranger Tides. Not my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie. My favorite one is actually the Curse of the Black Pearl, the first one. But they don't make too many of the Jack Sparrow figures. There's this one, and then there's also the Dead Man's Chest figure. The Dead Man's Chest figure actually came out after this one here. This one was released in 2011, so you're talking about a little over 10-year-old figure, and it's also a pretty difficult figure to find, at least at the price that I got it for. I couldn't even believe what this guy was selling it for. This thing was hidden behind all kinds of other toys too, so it was really like finding a piece of treasure. You know, nobody saw it, and I just was like, woo, took it real quick the minute I saw it. I've always been a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies in general. You guys know that I'm a big Disney guy. I'm always going to Disney with the kids. So yeah, Jack Sparrow was definitely something that I would want to have on my list. I didn't need a huge statue though, just something, you know, that's good. And this one here I think has a really awesome portrait, so I can't wait to get it out and show you guys what this all comes with. So if this is your first time on the channel though, here on MCE we talk about collectibles and all kinds of stuff. So we talk about statues, we're talking about hot toys and figures and just pretty much anything that Seth and I are into collecting wise, we're gonna put here on the show. So if you're into that stuff too, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can keep up with all the content that we put out weekly here on the MCE channel. So yes, this is it. This is the DX box right here. So it's the big boy box. You got a really awesome looking front box there that I like. It says Sideshow exclusive, so I got the exclusive version of it. I don't know yet what makes this the exclusive, but I actually couldn't find anything on it, so other than videos. So DX06, and then you have the you know, pirate front there, that little skull. That's, you know, basically the movie logo. Not too much going on with the rest of the box. DX on the back, and I just like the way this box opens. It has kind of like it folds out, which is really cool. It says Jack Sparrow 1/6 collectible figure. You get what looks like a flag here. It doesn't really want to pop out now. All right, yeah, so that comes with it. And then this slides out, and then there's the figure right there. Looks really, really cool. Love that. This slides out like that. And then you have all kinds of different accessories. So this one comes in a few layers. You got a pull here for the flag. I think that's what that's for. He has all kinds of different stuff that was left on. So you have all kinds of different attachments, his hat. You got an alternate face, some hands. We'll go over all the little things here in just a second. And then in the next layer is the pirate wheel, the steering wheel for the boat. And is there a third layer? I don't know. Find out. Didn't check that. Oh, there's even more. So you have what looks like flooring, and very dusty flooring at that. Ooh, that's a lot of dust. And you got a book. And that's it. That's everything that comes inside the box. Let's go over all the little pieces, and then we'll assemble it, and I'll get a pose out for you guys. All right, let's start off with the big items, and then we'll work our way down. So you get the crotch grabber that goes with the base, so you can actually have a you know, a singled out base. You don't necessarily have to have them with the steering wheel, but I'm gonna want to display them with the steering wheel. This will just clip in like that if you want to just have them without any kind of props. You have this awesome looking pirate wheel that turns. That's cool. I love the detail on this. It's got like a wood veneer to it and all kinds of effects and stuff, weathering and texture. And I just like that the steering wheel actually turns. That's pretty cool. That's dope. All right. You get an On Stranger Tides plaque that you can put with your figure. So that's super cool. You get a pirate flag with the Jack Sparrow logo on it. So that's cool, like that. I dusted off the dirty wood floor, but it is pretty messed up. So this is pretty much damaged. I'm gonna have to probably, I don't know, clean it with some water, or God knows how I'm gonna clean this thing. Feels like it's made of cardboard or something. I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to wipe that a little cleaner. So figure that out. You get a pole for your flag. That don't sound right. All right, let's look at some of the accessories. You get a rum bottle. So you get 2 rum bottles. Oh, no, this is not a rum bottle. All right, so you get 1 bottle of rum, because the rum is always gone. That's definitely how I would display him. You get the ship. So this is the Black Pearl inside of, let me pull that up a little closer. You can see it inside of the bottle. That's super cool, just like in the movie. So that's dope. All right. You get a pirate hat, because, you know, you can't be a captain without a hat. Really like the details on that too. This is, it's like, I don't know, it's a cloth material though, but it's definitely sturdy, so it's not gonna fold out. There were some items in here, but it looks like they're already put on him. So I gotta figure out what those are exactly, but you do get a few items that come with it. You get a swap out portrait of Jack Sparrow smirking, which I dig, I like that, check that out. It's probably how I would have him, so I like that. And dude, what does that do? Does the eyes move? Oh my goodness, the eyes move. That is freaky. Oh, that's cool. So on the back, you can see there that there's a, there's like a little lever, or I don't know what to call that, but when you turn it, so hopefully you're getting this in focus here. All right, so when you turn it, you can see that the eyes move. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. And the eyes move together. So that's pretty dope. Hopefully that was caught on camera. You get a telescope so that you can spot other pirates. You get a bigger telescope. That's interesting. Can't remember that one in the movie, but that is pretty funny. I think that was when they pulled out the smaller telescope and then he pulled out this big massive one, if I remember correctly. Can't remember the movie that well. Like I said, this is not my favorite Pirates movie, but man, this figure is dope. You get a pretty nice looking sword. I don't think it's metal. Could be metal. This could be a metal sword. It feels metal. So you get, I'm thinking a metal sword, which is dope. You get your sheath for the sword. Okay. What else? You get a pistol. You get more than 1 pistol too. So just in case you get left on the island, you have more than 1 pistol. Check out the detail in that pistol. Really like that. That looks nice. That looks pretty awesome. And then here's the other one. Not as much detail as that one, but I like it. Okay. You get some swap out hands. I'm gonna show you a few of them and then, you know, we'll move on because, you know, they're just hands. So details are pretty good though. As you can see, get several different hands, which look good. All right. And then of course, let's move on to the figure itself. And you get Captain Jack Sparrow. As soon as I get him out of there. This foam is pretty, sticks to him. All right, you get Jack. Jack! A super cool figure of Jack. So there you go. You got a real cool looking face. I love the portrait on it. This is the serious looking portrait. I'm gonna go with the smirking portrait because I think that just looks better. You know, you got head turn you can do. You got some side to side action. Go up and down, so he's got some motion there. Arms move up about that much. You got double joints in the elbows, so that's cool. The usual kind of wrist action that you get in a hot toy, so lots of movement there. All right. See how that waist moves. I'm kind of being a little delicate with it because it's an older figure, but you do have a lot of motion with this figure. Like he can tilt all the way forward like that. And, you know, you can go back, so that's cool. Lots of motion there in the chest and in the waist area. All right. You can stretch your legs out about that far. Okay. There's no clicking in the legs from the feel of it, so this doesn't have points where it locks in place. I guess they didn't have that back then on these figures, so I gotta imagine that that could be an issue when you're trying to display it if you didn't want to use a display stand. You got double joints in the knee, and then you have plenty of motion in the ankles. So lots of motion. I really like the details of the outfit. They did a good job on the cut and sew. Just give you another close up real quick of that. I mean, look at all the details in that, from the buttons to the way the coat feels. I mean, they really went all out with this figure. This is a super, super, super nice figure. I really, really dig it. So, badass. I think this is gonna be a cool one to pose. Let me knock out a pose for you guys and I will give you my final thoughts. Look, he balances. He balances, even for an older figure. Oh no, maybe not. He had too much rum. Yay. All right, let's pose him. Right, there goes my first pose with the steering wheel, or I call it the steering wheel, the pirate wheel, the rudder wheel. I don't know what to call it exactly. The posing of it is great. I really love the details of this figure. You know, all of the little things that they added into it, from his compass to the sword, to the bottle of rum, his hands. You know, they have a lot of swap out hands, and the fingers are pretty malleable, so they, you know, they can flex very easily, which allows me to get this hand wrapped around this bottle of rum here pretty easily. Same thing how he lines up with the steering, with the rudder wheel. I don't know what else to call it. It's awesome. I do not like how the rope here, because the rope ties in at the bottom of this platform that they give you, that gives you the vibe of the ship deck, and then it ties in at the bottom, which leaves this kind of unbalanced. I'm not really digging that so much. And then also the hat kind of just sits in place. It very easily pops off. So I think it would have been nice if they had the hat maybe attached with a swap out part to the hair, so that it just all locks into one place. I think that would have been cool. But other than that, that's more or less nitpicking. I think this thing is really freaking cool. All right, there's my last pose. I'm not gonna get too much into poses on this one. I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on this figure. I freaking love this thing. I gotta say, probably up there with my favorite Hot Toys figure in my collection right now. I just, everything about it's cool. The posability of it's awesome. It balances very well. All of the accessories that come with it are fantastic. The cut and sew is done really, really well. The only thing that I wish it would have had was clickable joints in the legs, which would give me a little more, make me feel a little more comfortable with leaving him without a display stand. But I mean, as I'm seeing him right now, he's really holding the way he should. It comes with a lot of accessories so that you can pose it any way you want to, with, you know, as far as having him with rum, having him in a sword pose like this, like he's getting ready to fight it out with some undead monsters or whatever. You got the hat, you got telescopes, you got a steering wheel or rudder wheel. You got all kinds of things to go along with this figure to just, you know, make it your own. So absolutely, I think this figure is worth the squeeze if you can find it. You know, definitely worth picking up, especially if you're a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So I'm super happy that I got it in my collection anyway. As always, I'm always interested to hear what you guys think about this one. If you have it in your collection, how do you have it posed? What are your recommendations as to a pose that you would like to see? I'm kind of digging this one right here. I do want to incorporate the wheel, as far as it is on display, so I just think it adds more to it. But I'm going to try to figure out a way to balance that base out a little bit more to make me feel more comfortable about it. But I mean, this is super cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, keep it marvelous.